Alright guys, welcome back, and we already solved some numericals in our previous video on the analysis of arches, and in this video we will solve around 5 more arches subjected to different types of loadings and with different configuration. So let's start. Number 1 is the tight 3-hinged arch is subjected to the loading shown. This is a 3-hinged arch. Hinges are at A, B and C. Okay, and it is tied. Determine the components of reaction at A and C. Your reactions at A and at C. Okay, the I think the C is not a hinge. Okay, it is instead a rocker or a roller. And the tension in the cable, and you have to find the tension in this cable. Okay, point loads are applied at 0.5 meter from support A, and 10 kilonewton is applied at 1 meter from support C. Okay, the total height from point A is 2 meter of the crown B point, right? Now entire arch, taking the entire arch and taking summation of f of x is equal to 0, as there is only reaction at A in horizontal direction. As I told you, this is a rocker or a roller support, so Ax is equal to 0. Now summation of moment about A is equal to 0. Take summation of moment about this point A equals to 0, and you are left with this 15 kilonewton, this 10 kilonewton, and this reaction at C. Okay, so Cy into the total perpendicular distance, which is equal to 1 plus 2 3 plus 2 5 plus 0.5. So 5.5 is the total span length of the arch. Cy into 5.5 minus 15 into 0.5. See, this 15 is applied at 0.5. The direction is clockwise, so it is negative, because counterclockwise is taken as positive. And minus 10 into 4.5 is equal to 0. From this equation you will get the value of Cy, right? This Cy is known. Summation of f of y will give you the value of Ay. So summation of f of y is equal to 0. This 9.5455, which is your Cy, minus 15 this, minus 10 this, so that it will give you a value of Ay is equal to 15.5 kilonewton. So you are done with the reactions at support A and C. Now section AB. Take this segment AB. Okay, and for example, this is your segment AB, right? And you have drawn its free body diagram and the forces. The vertical reaction is 15.45, the horizontal reaction was 0, the applied load is 15 kilonewton, and the total length up to A up to B from A is 2.5, so 2 this and 0.5 this. Okay, you have to determine this T, the tension in this cable or in this segment, right? The total height is 2 meter as mentioned in the question. The Bx and By are unknown, and if you want to find it, you can find it by a very simple equation of equilibrium, but we are interested in T rather. So the simple way is to take moment about point B equals to 0. In that case, Bx and By will become irrelevant, and you will be left with this applied load and the reactions and this T, and you can easily find T from this equation. See, the reaction at A, the applied load and the T, and from here you will get easily T, which is equal to 4.32 kilonewton. So the tension in this cord is 4.32 kilonewton, right? This was our first question. Now coming to the second question, the configuration is totally different, as you can see. Now question is determine the horizontal and vertical components of force that pins A and C exert on the frame. Okay, this is your roller support A, this is your roller support, sorry, not roller support, my bad, it's a hinge support at A, hinge support at B, and this is third hinge, the 3-hinge arch, right, at B. The load is applied 500 Newton at this point, which is 0.5 meter from A and 0.4 meter from B. The rod is making 45-degree angle. The height of B from A is 0.9 meter and from C is 0.8 meter. So what you have to determine is determine the horizontal and vertical components of force that pins A and C exert on the frame, right? So BC is a two force member. this BC is a two force member, right? Member AB, taking member AB, summation of moment about A is equal to 0. Consider this is AB. So in AB your AY and AX are unknown. This is applied 500 Newton load. The distance is 0.5 meter, right? The height is 0.9 meter, and this distance is 0.4 meter, right? Summation of moment about point A is equal to 0, then AX and AY will become irrelevant, right? And you are left with this applied load, which is 500 Newton multiplied by 0.5, which is the perpendicular distance, right? The direction is clockwise, so they are taking it negative because counterclockwise is positive, plus FBC. Now the force in BC, which is this, right? See, this is your BC. So your FBC and its cos component and sine component. So its cos component is multiplying with 0.9 and its sine component is multiplying with 0.9. Why both of them are multiplying with the 0.9? Because see, the cos component is acting like this, and from A it has a perpendicular distance of 0.9. However, the sine component is acting in this way, and the perpendicular distance is also 0.5 plus 0.4, it is 0.9, right? So both the perpendicular distances are 0.9 and the slope is given to you, you can find easily, right? So FBC is equal to 200.3 Newton. Thus you know FBC. Now CX is equal to, which is very easy because the values are given to you. You know the vertical rise, you know the horizontal. So this FBC into 3 divided by under root 13, which is equal to 167, right? And this is the cos component, and CY is the sine component. So 2 divided by under root 13, and you will get both CX and CY. Now taking summation of all the forces, horizontal force is equal to 0. So you will get the value of AX, that turns out to be 167 Newton, and summation of all the vertical forces is equal to 0. So you will get the values of AY. So you determine the horizontal and vertical components of forces, right, at spin support is exerting on this frame. So this was the analysis of this arch, or different kind of arch. Now in this question it says that determine the horizontal and vertical component of reaction at A, B and C of the 3 hinged arch. This is a 3 hinged arch hinged at point A, point B and point C. Okay, the applied loads are 5 kip at this point, which is 6 feet from A and 6 feet from B, and an inclined load, and the inclination is also given to you, of 8 kip is applied from 8 feet from support C, right? So now member AB, take this member AB. See, this is a free body diagram of AB, the AY and AX, BY and BX, right? Its elevation or the height from both the points is also given. From point A it is 10 feet above, and point C it is 25 feet above. So summation of moment about point A is equal to 0, and what you are left with is BX and BY. So BY into 12 plus BX into 10 minus this applied load, okay, into perpendicular distance is 6. So you will get an equation with unknowns BX and BY. Now take member BC and take moment about point C is equal to 0. You will get another equation in terms of BX and BY. So BY into 32 minus BX into 25. You know the distance, horizontal distance is 32, so 24 plus 8 is 32, and the vertical distance is 10 plus 15, 25, right? Plus this 8 has two components, vertical component and the horizontal component, right? So the horizontal component multiplied by horizontal distance, and the vertical horizontal component multiplied by vertical distance, and vertical component multiplied by horizontal distance. For example, this 4 by 5 is a cos component and it need to be multiplied with what? The vertical distance. Right. Also, this 3 by 5 is a sine component and it need to be multiplied with the horizontal distance, which is 8 feet. Now coming to solving these two equations with two unknowns, we will get the values of bx and by as 4.77 kip and 1.47 kip. Okay, now we know the values of bx and by, so you can take member AB and by equilibrium you can find ax and ay. Similarly, you can take member BC and from summation of f of x and f of y you can find cx and cy. So all the thing was that you find bx and by here, and then by equilibrium of different segments you can just determine the unknowns. So this is the trick that in solving the arches, especially the 3-hinged arch, you take segments and you solve them separately, because at the internal hinge the bending moment is already 0 and you can easily transfer the forces across this hinge. Okay, now coming to the fourth problem, what it says is the arch structure is subjected to the loading shown. This is the arch structure, this is a curved side of the arch and this is the straight side. They are tied, the A and D are tied. This is your hinge support, this is your rocker or roller support, and the UDL load is applied on it, right? The 2 kip per feet is going beyond point D. Now a horizontal load of 3 kip is applied, which is 3 feet above the support A and D, and the point B is 6 feet above all. What it says that determine the horizontal and vertical components of reactions at A and D and the tension in the rod AD. So you have to determine AX, AY, DY and the tension in this rod D. Okay, this is your applied load, which is 2 kip per feet, and the total length is 10 feet. It is not mentioned here, but it is 10 feet. So 2 into 10, 20 kip is the applied load. At this point it will resist 10 kip, and at the other end, which is here, it will resist 10 kip. So a 10 kip load is applied at point C, right? Now we can form or generate this figure or free body diagram from this, where the loads are much clearer, right? The 12 feet length of 10 kip from A and 4 feet from D. The height is 3 feet of this 3 kip applied load. Now summation of f of x is equal to 0. So there is one applied load of 3 kip and one reaction, that is Ax. So we will get Ax is equal to 3 kip, right? Now summation of moment about point A is equal to 0. So take moment about this point equals to 0. We are left with what? With this applied load 3 kip, this applied load 10 kip and the dy. So 3 kip into 3 feet minus, because it is producing clockwise movement, minus 10 into 12 feet. This is again negative because it is also causing the clockwise movement, plus dy into 16, it is called causing anti-clockwise movement. So dy into 16 feet. So this will give you a value of dy, right? Now summation of f of y is equal to 0. So you know the value of dy, you have applied loads, so you will get the value of ay, right? And finally summation of moment about point B is equal to 0. It's up to you, either you can take this segment or this segment. This segment is easy because only dy is here, so we are taking this segment, right? Take bending moment about this point equal to 0. So you are left with 10 kip and this dy. So dy into 10 kip minus TAD. So from here you will get the value of TAD, which is 4.08 kip. So this is the solution of this arch, right? Now going to the final one, this is the last one, and the statement says as a 3-hinged truss arch is subjected to the loading shown. This is again a truss arch. Determine the horizontal and vertical components of reactions at pins A, B and C. This is hinge support A, hinge support C, and this is internal hinge B. The loads are applied just like truss at the joints, okay. And what it says that the vertical and horizontal component AX and AY, BX and BY, CX and CY, okay. So you can take both the structures separately. So there is BX and BY on both sides. You have to find AX, AY and CX and CY. The lengths are given, the horizontal distances and vertical distances, the load values, everything is given to you. Now summation of moment about A is equal to 0. Take moment about A equals to 0. So Bx into 15, this Bx multiplied by this perpendicular distance, plus By, this By into this perpendicular distance 20, minus this 4 and its distance is 10. Since this 2 is passing through the support A, so it will not causing any bending moment. So you are left with Bx and By. Now take this structure and again take moment about point C equals to 0, and this Bx and By will be used along with this 1 kip applied load. Since 2 kip is passing through support C, so it will not produce any bending moment. Now Bx turns out, by solving these two equations, Bx will be 1.67 kips and By is equal to 0.75 kips, right? So you know Bx and By, so take this side, and by using summation of f of x you will get Ax, see, and summation of f of y, you know this one, you got these two, so you can find Ay. And the same case for the other half of these truss, here you can find Cx and Cy. So this is all from the analysis of trusses. I have now solved about 8 problems for you, and I hope that you will get much clearer idea, and best of luck for you.